You know that expression that if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, and if you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime? I buy into that idea because in 35 years of working with energy, I've spent all of that time empowering my clients and my students to be their own healer. I think it's important to know how to take care of your energy because at a certain level, it's hygiene. Taking care of your chakras once in a blue moon means that your energy is encumbered, blocked, drained, clogged. And that makes no sense to me. So, we're going to talk a little bit about the kinds of tools that are important for managing your own energy and empowering yourself to be your own healer. I'm Jill Lee, founder and director of the Energy Healing Institute. You can find lots of resources for working with energy, for understanding yourself as a conscious being in this universe, this vast, amazing universe, at energyhealinginstitute.org. Lots of times, people will go to an energy healer and they'll say, I'm just not feeling like myself. Can you just kind of clear things out so I feel better? And they lie down on the table and the energy healer does whatever they do. Generally, the results are going to last a few days. They're not going to last weeks. They're not going to last months. They're not going to last a year because energy is always in motion. And we attract to us experiences, people, behaviors, emotions that resonate with who we are, with our own stuff. So, if you're an anxious person, you are going to attract experiences that generate anxiety. You are going to attract anxious people. You are going to attract experiences and moments in time where anxiety floods your field. That's the downside of the law of attraction, right? When we talk about the law of attraction, we get all hepped up about, you can attract money and you can manifest this and that. Really true. But you also attract through vibration. And your vibration, your personal vibration, is your magnet. And so if you've got behaviors that are ineffective and that energy is in your field, you got a project on your hands, not an hour at an energy healer's office. So learning how to clear your own energy becomes your resource for evolution. Am I trying to put energy healers out of business? That's a hell no. Because in fact, done well, an energy healer is a resource to helping you see the work at hand. And they can jumpstart the process for you. But, and I've got another video on this about energy healing is not typically one and done. It's not over when you go to an energy healer and say, okay, I'm anxious. Now make me not anxious. Sorry, chiquitas and chicos, it's not going to happen. When you learn to clear your energy, you learn to take hold of your own experience and you're empowered to do something about what you're generating and attracting into your life. I'm going to give you an example. This is a personal story about me. I grew up in an angry house. It just is what it was. Whatever. I learned to be an angry person. I remember at one point a friend of mine saying, you can be right or you can be happy. Because I was all upset and in a snit about something that I thought was wrong that someone else was doing. And I wasn't just mildly annoyed, like I was full on angry. And I did a lot of full on angry in my life until I started learning that that was a pattern and that some of the energy, lots of the energy that was erupting in my volcanic overflows wasn't even mine. It was an energy that I had attracted in from others because a part of me held the frequency of anger and said, "Come hither. I'll take your anger. Sure, I can use that." So, whatever your stuff is, if you're anxious, if you're fear based, if you're angry, if you have a tendency towards depression, if you have self hatred, if you pick it, you're going to vibrate it into your field. So, what do we do about that? Well, there's two things going on in your astral body. One is your chakras. They're on the inside of your body, in front of your spine, and they are metabolizing the energy that you're using right now to do you. So if you're angry right now, your chakras are resonating anger. If you're anxious right now, your chakras are resonating anxiety. Okay, that tells you how your energy is doing what it's doing in the moment. The chakras deliver energy for what you're doing right now. Out here in your aura, that's your magic storage tank. That is your storage bin that you pay $0 per month to hold your stuff. Now, there's good stuff in there, but none of us go to an energy healer and say, "I feel so amazing. Could you just give me a little more amazing today?" We go when we don't feel good. So in your aura, you are carrying the energy of patterns, of behaviors, of themes that you're not actually using right this minute. So if you say, "Well, I'm not anxious right now," excellent, but it's out in your aura, waiting. Because if something comes along like, "Oh my gosh, I only have $1,000 in my checking account, my rent is $1,200 and I got to pay it in 3 days and my paycheck is not for 7, up goes the anxiety out of the aura into the chakras. Now you're doing it. Remember that chakras send energy in and out. So if you have that rent assessment as you're walking into the grocery store and you start thinking about, how am I going to pay my rent and what groceries should I buy today? You're actually vibrating the frequency of anxiety in the grocery store and you're attracting it in. You won't know who it's coming from. You won't even feel it. It's there. It's energy. And you may, though, feel at some point an uptick in the amount of anxiety you're feeling. "Gee, I wasn't this anxious before about this rent thing, but now, I'm off the charts." Okay. That's the reason you learn to clear your chakras. Because we all carry stuff that we don't consider our best selves. And if we learn how to clear that out, then it's amazing what can get created. I spent quite a bit of time working on my anger issues, using energy practices, learning that I could respond to things rather than react. As the anger energy dissipated, options emerged. And so now, do I still get angry? Of course, it's a valid emotion. But I don't have a scorched earth policy every time something doesn't go my way. That's a big difference, let me tell you. So there is a course at EHI that I want you to know about. It's called Clear, Energy Clearing and Self-Care. And it's all about working in the chakras and the aura so that you can do your own work and be your own healer. The course is self-paced, it's online, it's got videos, it's got downloadable tools, it's got guided meditations, it's got all the pieces to help you clear out what doesn't work for you and become who you really are. Because any of those patterns that we carry are about who we are not. I hope this video was useful. I hope you'll check out the Clear course. And if you want to take the course, use the coupon code CLEAR TODAY, all lowercase, CLEAR TODAY, and it'll be sitting there waiting for you with a 10% discount.